Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the week ahead whenever you're finding it. If you're watching along as I post because you're subscribed, this will be for the week of June 10th to the 16th, 2024. First card out for you is Contract. Okay, so I'm seeing here there may be some sort of change in something that you have to spend money on. For example, if you are paying rent somewhere, you may be asked to take on more rent or like a different bill or some sort of change. If you're living with someone and say, for example, you always buy the dog food and this person buys all the other household stuff, they may be asking, hey, can you buy the dog food and the trash bags? I don't know. These are really bad examples, but I am seeing here some sort of arrangement, some sort of dynamic between you and someone else, someone that you're close to. This could have to do with your living situation, someone you live with, or something in the workplace. It could be different for all of you. I don't know. You're just going over different arrangements, different agreements to create more balance, okay? So whether you're going to have to be giving more or receiving more, it'll look different for all of you, but I am seeing an agreement coming through. We have Envy coming out in reverse. This is actually a pretty good card in reverse because it shows that in the past few weeks and months, there may have been people who were very envious of you, been people who were threatened by your success, your beauty, your fill in the blank, who knows, man. And they're starting to fade away from your life. I feel like you have completely moved on from people like that. Release them, let them go. So that's a pretty good sign here. And also with the Envy card coming out in reverse, to me, it just shows that you're really stepping into an era where there is more success, more glam, more glow for you. We have Hostilities. Okay. Oh, you thought you were out of the water. Apparently not. Okay, so there may be certain challenges that come up in relationships at this time this week. This isn't really surprising. We have Pluto retrograding in the sign of Capricorn, and I just feel intuitively that this is hitting a lot of our relationships in a sort of negative way. I feel like a lot of people are challenging the old ways of doing things. I am seeing a lot of Cancer energy people. You're really identifying with yourself more, your authenticity more. A lot of Cancerians may be discovering their own inner queerness or their own style, their own personality, sexuality, fill in the blank. And they may be faced with a lot of their own internal judgments that were given to them by society, but also hostilities from others, people like family, whatever it may be. So I would say be careful of anyone who is judging you for being your authentic self or making you feel shamed for it. For example, this could even be like in the workplace, having an HR person say, hey, you know, your outfits are not professional because you like color, or hey, you need to cover your tattoos, or you need to change your hair. This could even be in the family setting. This could be anywhere where you've been feeling like you had to hide yourself. I feel a lot of Cancerians are coming out of the closet being whatever masks you've been wearing from society, okay? Whatever they may be, you know? So yeah, a lot of Cancerian men, for example, will be breaking down these boundaries of like what is masculine versus what is feminine. Like, who cares? Who cares? You're just doing what feels good for you, what you feel confident in doing and wearing and being. And I feel like a lot of you are definitely getting back more in touch with who you are. There could be a certain artist or dancer or something like that, some form of expression that is really calling out to you and awakening something within you. A lot of Cancerians may be dancing more. That's such a random message. Some of you may be even looking into dance classes of some sort, or even just like online tutorials for certain dances. I'm also seeing new musical artists that really inspire you, and there's something about their music, there's something about their art, even if it's visual arts, that really hits home with you and makes you realize parts of yourself that have been sleeping, that have been ignored for so long. It's beginning to wake up. So I am seeing an awakening of your inner self, you know, parts of you that you didn't have access to for a long, long time. So Really interesting. Let's see what the tarot has to say. We have the Knight of Pentacles coming out upright as your first card. Okay, so I do feel like money and health is certainly improving. It's a steady thing. This has been coming out in a lot of readings, actually. So a lot of you may be taking just better care of yourself, mentally, physically, emotionally, and moving forward. So that's very beautiful. We have the Six of Wands. Wow, higher levels of success are coming to you. A lot of you are getting this aura about you of fame, of attention, of success, and it is directly correlated with what we were just talking about, you discovering your authenticity a bit more, dressing the way you want to dress, being who you want to be. I'm seeing a lot of glamour, glitz and glamour, presenting yourself and your home and everything in the way that you want to show up in the world. Some of you may have been surrounded by people who they're nice people. You love them. You love what they have to offer. But there may be parts of you that haven't been tapped into for a long time because of the environments you've been placing yourself in. For example, you may be somebody who is really into sports, but you also really like wearing makeup and colorful clothes and going out dancing. And for years now, you've been surrounded by a lot of friends who are into sports, but you haven't really been able to express that other side of you. I'm seeing this week you are expressing that other side of you, okay, whatever your other side is. And because you're stepping more into your authenticity, I am seeing a lot of people looking at you. I don't know why I'm seeing a remodel for a lot of Cancerians. You may be changing up your appearance in some way to, again, better suit who you are. So a lot of Cancerians will be changing their hair, the way they dress, the way you do your makeup or present yourself. I see changes in that. We have the Ten of Wands coming out in reverse as well. So taking care of a lot of business, there's a lot of responsibilities on your plate. A lot of you may be planning some travel or traveling, future travel, and so there's a lot you got to get done at this time. Or people may be traveling to you, staying with you, whatever, and it's like, okay, I got to clean my whole house, I got to finish up this work, I got to do this, I got to do that. It's like a list of a million bajillion different things that you have to do because of some sort of travel or change in the living situation. We have Death coming out in reverse. Okay. Yeah, letting go, releasing this older part of you. I feel it's very interesting. You've been in this season of death, really. This season of releasing a lot of people who did not sync up to you, a lot of jealous, envious people, low vibrational people. And I feel like you finished that chapter out. You've pretty much let go, and that's done. So you're like, cool, now I can start getting my blessings. And yes, some more blessings will start trickling in for you, but you still are letting go. And now Spirit is walking you through letting go, releasing the parts of you that are just tired, worn out. Parts of you that, you've really expressed, you've explored a lot, and you're just ready to explore something different within yourself. A lot of Cancerians this week, for example, may be questioning their sexuality, trying new things out. You may be questioning your style, your taste, your choices, whatever it is for you. Apply it to your own life and what you're feeling now, because you're all so very different. But yeah, I see there's parts of your personality that are being released and let go of now. We have the Queen of Wands coming out in reverse. See, this is what I'm saying. I feel like within all of you, there is this Queen of Wands, this absolute divine goddess or godlike entity who is just very zesty, very passionate. I feel like a lot of you have like an inner drag queen, like personality, if that makes sense. Like you're just ready to tune into that snazzy version of yourself and sort of back away from the ways in which you may have been blending in with other people. I'm seeing reading new material as well, new books. Some of you guys may have recently gotten a new book or reading material that will sort of shift your perspective as well. I feel a lot of you aren't really focused on love as strongly as you used to be in the past, on romance and dating as strongly as you used to be, and you're really discovering yourself in this journey. Yeah, books are standing out to me a lot. Okay, some of you guys whether you buy a book or in my neighborhood, there's a lot of people who have those little library shelf things out front of their house on the sidewalk. And they're like a little shelf that you can open and close, and people just leave books there and you can read them. I just found a book that I really want to read. And it was brand new too. I was shocked that it was in there. And yeah, usually there's not that many good books there, but it was like a gift from the universe, I tell you. So I don't know. I'm just, the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because I feel like a lot of you will be doing some reading. Short stories, poems, novels, fiction, thought-provoking material, really, that again helps wake up things within yourself. The humanitarianism, like the humanities, the things that make us human are standing out so strongly for you this week. Dancing, music, art, fashion, fiction, fantasy, glam, glitz, all of that stuff is you're reconnecting with it. I see a lot of you are putting an end to this version of yourself that's all business and science. Does that make sense? Like you're releasing this part of you that is just like addicted to self-help and trying to, work as hard as possible and be productive and do everything right. And you're starting to tune back into the humanities, which is sad. I feel like a lot of you may be thinking, wow, I really missed this part of my life. For example, I really missed out on a childhood or my teenage years or my early 20s or my 30s or 40s or 50s, whatever it may be, and you're wanting to recapture that and explore your identity a bit more, explore the humanities a bit more, and really, I'm seeing a rebrand. I'm seeing you discovering more of yourself this week, which is really beautiful. And then final card out, we have the Hanged Man upright. Yeah, seeing yourself and life from a new perspective. This totally validates everything we were just saying. Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining me, Cancer. Definitely watch for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview on this week ahead. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there and spiritual life coaching sessions there, so check it out. Bye-bye. I'm sitting here trying not to burp.